Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Essential Teas here, back with another video. This is going to be my first video on The Mandalorian and Disney Plus in general, so let's get right into it. As most of you know, Disney Plus released yesterday, and along with it was the inaugural episode of the first Star Wars live-action show, The Mandalorian. I gotta say, I was very impressed with this, with the first episode. I think I might have even enjoyed it more than some of the movies. It was... Obviously, when you have a TV show as opposed to a movie, you can slow down the pace and have some more build-up and backstory, but I liked it. They had a good pace going. They've totally got that Western kind of vibe they were going for, except in space. And it's just really cool to see another corner of the Star Wars universe. And especially something that is after the original trilogy and the fall of the Empire, but not that far after, so they're still kind of dealing with the aftermath of that. My thoughts on the episode, questions, things I noticed, Easter eggs, is I don't know too much about the Mandalorians as a species. I know there obviously aren't very many of them, and I'm pretty sure that's because of the Empire. I'm pretty sure the Empire had something to do with that. But maybe not. And so this guy obviously isn't the only Mandalorian, because we see him go to this little cave area place with his Beskar steel. And there is another Mandalorian, and she seems to be more of an in-charge position. She's more of a higher up official Mandalorian. But then we also see that he is certainly one of the only few going out there and being a bounty hunter. And he's also one of the best bounty hunters. Well, supposedly, at least in his guild. And obviously, it seems like bounty hunting isn't a very good profession to have at this point, because when he goes to his guild leader or whoever, there's not much he can offer him, and they're all pretty low paying, which seems like the economy, there's been a lot of inflation wherever he is, so it wouldn't even pay for the fuel that it would take for him to go and catch them. But then this is where we really get into the mystery of it. There is like the central plot for this season. There is one bounty hunting job that will pay more and is harder, like no one's been able to succeed yet. So that's definitely where the intrigue comes in. Like, what is this mystery bounty? Who are they looking for, and who's looking for them? So he goes to meet with the people who've placed the bounty, and it turns out that there's remnants of the Empire. Like, there's stormtroopers there, which he did not expect, I don't think, and a couple of Imperial... One looked like more of a official officer or something, and the other guy was kind of like a scientist, almost. And they're all very cloak and dagger about it. They can only give him the age and the location. They won't tell him anything else about the bounty, which is apparently unusual. Usually they get more information. But so then the big question is, who's he going to find? And he goes to this planet. He gets help from the local or whatever, and then he's led to where the bounty not bounty hunter, the bounty person, the person he's looking for is. And just as he's scoping out the area, a bounty hunter droid comes in and totally blows his cover, an element of surprise, which he was not expecting. He was surprised to find someone else on the bounty as well. So anyways, it's not looking too good for them, so they're like, let's team up. We can maybe take them out together and then split the profits. Because they just want to get this over with, and it's always easier with help. So they get pinned, but they manage to turn the tide, and they successfully take out all the guards outside. And then they break into the building, where they're met with little opposition, and they follow the tracker to this little floating baby crib thing. And the Mandalorian is very confused because, like he says, they told him the creature he was hunting was 50 years old. And the droid tells him that some species age differently. 50s could be still an infant for this species. And so they open up the baby crib, and what is revealed to them and us, the audience, the big shocker, plot twist, ending of the episode, is that the creature he's been hunting, that the remnants of the Empire is after, is actually a baby of Yoda's species. And now this is crazy. Yoda's been kept a big mystery. They've never identified his species, where they come from, and what, like, their history. We don't know anything about it. Yoda's the only one of this species that we've seen, other than there was one other on the Jedi Council in the prequel movies, but that didn't really help. They didn't address anything with that. So this is a big twist. And especially because this is happening after the Return of the Jedi, Yoda himself is dead, and the one from the prequel trilogies is dead. So how is there any of their species left? Where are they hiding? Who are they? Are there more of them, or is this the last of the species? And as the Mandalorian is trying to get over his shock of finding a baby, the droid goes to kill it. And he says that his instructions were very clear. The people who put out the bounty want the asset terminated. But the Mandalorian was given instructions where terminated would be okay, but preferably they want him alive. So that means there's at least 2 different groups going after this baby Yoda creature, and we still don't really know why. And obviously you'd think the one that wants to keep it alive would be better, but especially with the Empire remnant scientist, he was so eager about this, and he was not willing to accept the creature coming in dead. They probably want to do experiments on him, unfortunately. So it makes you wonder who's out there. Like, them wanting to do experiments on this rare species kind of makes sense. But who's out there wanting to kill this little baby Yoda? Who's that group? I don't know. Those are just some mysteries that we're going to have to wait and find out and get some answers to later. Overall, I really liked the episode. I'm looking forward to the next one on Friday. I will post a review on that as soon as I can. And yeah, now transitioning over to general Disney Plus thoughts. It's good. It's a good service. It's obviously got all this content that everyone's been looking forward to. It doesn't have all of the MCU movies, but I feel like it has a decent amount for day one. Like, I know a lot of people are saying that there's nothing there, but you've got the entire Iron Man and Captain America trilogies. You've got the first 2 Thors, every Avengers movie except for Infinity War, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel. Like, there's a decent amount of movies on there, and there are more that are coming in the next couple months to kind of flesh it out. The biggest problem is probably never getting the Spider-Man movies on there because of Sony, but we'll have to see what happens with that. Yeah, I don't think the user interface is quite up to par with Netflix's yet. Like, so far what I've tested out, it doesn't keep track of where you are in a series. You can't just click on that series and just continue watching, and it'll start you from the next episode where you left off. I haven't even seen watch bars on episodes I have watched, so that could be frustrating. But overall, I think it's pretty good. There's no major flaws other than a little bit of glitching, which would be expected at day one when everyone is trying to get on it. But I do hope they can fix that, deal with that, because it did take away a little bit from the experience of watching The Mandalorian when it's glitching here and there. But anyways, guys, this is my review of the first episode of The Mandalorian and Disney Plus. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, you could leave a like and consider subscribing. That'd be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out. Bye.